listening to Rocket Shop Radio Hour here at Big Heavy World on the Radiator. I'm your host, Abby BK, and with us in the studio today, we have Ava Sophia. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be here.
Yes, welcome back. Ava was in here not too long ago, but we're excited to have you here to do some performing for us.
Thank you.
So, yeah, how have you been? How has your music been going along these past couple of months since at least I saw you last?
Yeah, it's been going well, still slow going, adjusting to the Vermont music scene, but every step feels positive and I feel like I've met some really great people here.
Totally. Yeah. No, I've been following you and I see you've been playing some gigs and, making your way into the scene, which is awesome.
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah. Any specific places or like gig spots that you've been enjoying? I feel like that's like a question these days since unfortunately some are kind of shutting down in Burlington.
Yeah, for real. But I have loved playing at the Venetian Soda Lounge. I love that they seem to like attract natural audiences. They pay their performers pretty well. And I just feel like they just do it really well. You feel great when you're in there as a performer.
Yeah.
And most recently, I sang backup for an artist at Monkey House, which was also super fun. I love their little stage in the back.
Fun. Who was the artist at Monkey House?
Aquamosa.
Okay, I'm not familiar with them.
Oh my God, they're so great. The show was completely packed out. It was their album release.
Oh, very fun. Yeah. Monkey House is a great venue. It's like they have some pretty big acts that will roll in there that you wouldn't expect. Yeah. But cool that you have been integrating. So tell us a little bit more about when you got started with music and like what your musical overview history of Ava is.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I have always, for as long as I can remember, been singing. I feel like the earliest memories I have singing are like in the car with my mom, specifically because she was the most into music of anyone in my family, and she had like the most diverse music taste. So I remember listening to everything under the sun. But I said on my last interview with you, some of my favorites of hers were definitely Alicia Keys' songs in A minor and Lauryn Hill's album Miseducation. So I remember just listening to those on repeat and knowing every song, every word, looking at those little album booklets and like memorizing the words that way. And yeah, I think that's somehow like I didn't really have anyone in my family or close circle who was all that musical. So I don't really know why I gravitated to singing and performing, but I always did. And as I got more serious about it, I attended a performing arts high school in Boston called Boston Arts Academy. And that's where I got a lot of my more professional training in like improvisation and theory and all those things. And I was part of a lot of different ensembles. And that's when I started writing my own songs. And then because of them and because of a lot of other supports I was able to go to Berkeley. I got a scholarship through a really great program called Berkeley City Music in Boston. And really without them and without the mentors I had, I don't think any of that would have been able to happen. So I've been really deeply rooted in the Boston area for my whole life. I continued to, even after Berkeley, continued to perform and record and be a working musician in the Boston area for many years. And then my partner brought me here, really. So that's kind of what my journey has been.
Yeah. Yeah, and I imagine, a bit difficult when you're so ingrained in that culture and that way of life. It's a different change to be in a new scene. So I guess what are your observations as to like what the major differences or I guess similarities are between what you've experienced in the Boston music scene versus here in Vermont?
I would say in Boston can feel a little cutthroat sometimes and competitive, mostly because of the schools. But I think Burlington, because the scene is just physically smaller, it's easier to meet people and connect with people. But I think there are a lot of similarities. Like, I think I've seen, in the same way that Boston's music scene is being affected, like venues are closing down as rent prices are getting more expensive. The same thing is happening in both places. And I see artists really trying to hang on to whatever they have to be able to make music and perform in really similar ways.
Yeah, that's too bad to hear. I feel like it's happening like everywhere, and arts funding is like going out the window for so many organizations, and it's...
Yeah, I know that a lot of Boston organizations are struggling right now, and
Yeah.
I'm sure folks are here too.
Right. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So, well, I guess kind of on that note, I know we've spoken about this as well, but you also run your own nonprofit music organization.
I do, yeah.
So do you just want to kind of give people a little overview of what that is? Because I feel like that's obviously part of your story in Boston as well.
Yeah, it's a huge part of like myself as a musician, and it's honestly like an equal manifestation of like who I am in my journey as my music is. So yeah, the nonprofit is called Art Spark Boston, and I founded it a year ago. I've built up a small team of board members and interns since then, so we're still kind of in startup phase, which is really exciting. But Art Spark essentially is a 501c3 nonprofit that our mission and goal is to provide resources and training and support to artists of color throughout New England, and largely focused on Boston, but also hoping to expand through New England too. And we operate as a like community-minded booking agency, and we do public-facing shows, and we hope to do workshops to support artists in like the earlier stages of their career. And all of that is really an effort to create access specifically to communities of color in Boston that are struggling. I mean, it's hard enough being an artist and finding your way in, but then also being impacted by so many other social factors. We feel like that intersection is a really important one to address.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you've had an event here in Vermont.
Yeah.
Which was exciting. It was your first Vermont event, which I remember us talking about. Since that one occurred, have you had any more, or are you planning any that are like local to Vermont here?
We're still kind of figuring out like a sustainable way to be in Vermont and have a presence here. I think what we might do is like a summer show in the coming years and figure out some smaller just smaller scale ways to stay involved here.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that like the thing we're struggling with now is that we don't know if we can really replicate everything we've done in Boston and all the New England states, but we're just trying to figure out the best way. We would love to be a part of making connections between artists in Boston and artists here. I think that could be really meaningful, but we're still figuring out what that looks like.
Yeah, that's exciting. I feel like it would be nice to have a consortium of like a network of people to all like integrate with each other throughout New England. So
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool that you are expanding. Very exciting. Awesome. Well, we would love to hear the first song that you have for us for this evening. So do you want to take us through what you have prepared?
Yeah. This first song is called Simple. I wrote it in a long time ago. It must have been around 2018. And what I usually say about this song is that I tend to be an overthinker, and especially my lyrics, I tend to like think so deeply about every word. But this song, I just wanted it to feel light and easy and like the title, just simple. So here it is. Can I savor just to feel the sensations. 'Cause you're so simple, oh, 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 oh. You're so simple, oh, 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 oh. You're so simple, oh, 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 oh. You're so simple. Too many times I've been left feeling insecure, broken and undone with nothing more. But you got me losing track of time and dancing on cloud nine and forgetting my own words. 'Cause we don't have to be complicated. No need for pressure, expectations. Let's run for miles with no destination. Just to feel the sensations. Oh, you're so simple. Oh, 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 oh. You're so simple. Oh, 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 oh. You're so simple. Oh, 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 oh. You're so simple. Said you're so simple. Oh, 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 oh. You're so simple. Oh, 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 oh. You're so simple. Oh, oh, oh. You're so simple.
Simple by Ava Sophia. I was over here wanting to sing along.
Oh, thank you.
So tell us a little bit more. You said that, that song kind of was light and easy versus how you typically write, like thinking a lot more, I guess, about the lyrics. Why do you think, like, for that particular song, that process was a little different for you? Like, any thoughts there?
I think my previous songs, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an overwriter necessarily. Like, not all my songs have a ton of words to them, but I think they can feel really heavy.
Yeah.
And the times that I write are usually the times that I'm most anxious and dealing with the most feelings. So I just really wanted a song that was playful and uplifting and just felt easy to write and sing. That's what I love about pop music, honestly, is that it feels like when it's good, it feels like so much brevity. So I just wanted a song like that felt good to perform.
Yeah. I love that. So what is your like typical writing process like? Like, can you take us through what that looks like for you? Like, are you on piano first? Are you like, is a lyric in your head? Does it vary for you?
Yeah, I can try. I think in the past, it's been mostly when I feel inspired by something, I'll usually capture it somehow. Like, either I'll write a line down in my phone or take a picture, or I usually try to capture that initial inspiration. And after that, either lyrics will, like a line will come, or a chord progression will come, or just some small like song seed will come from that initial intention. And then I'll just build from there. And I really like to, as I'm writing, I like to think about arrangement and like what arrangement with a band or a recording would support the intention of the song.
Yeah, that's interesting that you think of that early on, because I feel like that's not true for everyone. So how long does it take you to usually like complete a song? Like, are you someone who completes it in a sitting? Do you like take longer with like a fragment that you have and develop it over time?
Yeah, I think it depends. I think I would say this is true even to this day, that like some songs just come out really easily. There's one song, sorry. There's one song that is on my last project called Bring Me Home, which I'm not playing today, but it exists and you should listen to it. That I remember sitting in one of my friend's apartments and just writing the whole thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a day where like I was feeling something. I don't know why I was feeling down, but I was.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend had given me her apartment to just use for a few hours. So I used it that way.
Yeah.
And then there's other songs where I get stuck on just one missing word. I don't know about you because I know you're a writer too, but I'll have entire verses completely done, and then I'll just have one word that I am stuck on for months.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sometimes hard to like fill in it's almost like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Fill in the puzzle, and like sometimes it comes easily and other times not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you find at all, I mean, everyone has a different perspective on like what's their favorite song. I know personally for me and for some people that I've also spoken with, it's always like their most recent song. Is that like similar for you, or do you have like a different perspective on that?
Like my favorite song of mine?
Yeah, of yours.
I've actually just been talking about this. I think my favorite song to perform is my song Love is Love, which I am performing today. And it's because of how it just feels like my emblem in a lot of ways. Like it feels like the song that's the most me, and that I feel like I know how to perform it so well, and I know how to interact with an audience with it. So it just always like is my tried and true song.
Yeah.
But I think Bring Me Home is another one of my favorites that doesn't get as much it doesn't get as many listeners. But that song also, in what it's about, it just feels like the crux of who I am.
Interesting. I think there's probably like a difference as well, obviously, between like liking a song for the performance aspect of it and the connection maybe that you get from the crowd when you're playing it versus maybe just liking a song because of the message or the writing of it.
Exactly.
So that's really interesting to think about.
Yeah. Some songs feel like I look back on that song and I'm like, I'm glad I wrote it. Like, I'm glad I got that idea out there.
Yeah, totally. So when you write songs, for the ones that come, I guess, more easily to you, that you're not stuck on filling in the gaps, do you find that those are like your stronger songs that you feel more confident about, or does that not really factor into your thoughts on them? I'm just curious.
Usually, yeah. I would say the songs that come out the easiest are the songs that I know exactly what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I feel like the most confident in what I'm saying, versus songs that take a lot longer are songs that I am a little confused about what the message is and whether or not I actually want to share it at the end of the day. I think it's really important to me. And maybe I'm trying to undo this for myself, but it's been important to me to write songs that mean something to other people and that would be of value to other people. But I'm trying, as I'm writing these days, I'm thinking more about the fact that maybe it's okay for me to write a song about my personal experience and just have it be that.
Yeah. That's interesting because I feel like people have different takes on that, like writing from a first person perspective versus not. And I think it can still be a beautiful thing writing from your own experience because people can still relate to your experience. Do you feel like there's like a reason behind that change? Like, do you feel like you're maybe more confident in just yourself and like your abilities, and now you're like, oh, I can be vulnerable and share my own story?
I would like to think that.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I've gained some degree of confidence over these years of performing, but I think it's mostly that I've realized how much I get in my own way with my writing. And I think at some point you just gotta let yourself write what you're gonna write.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, whatever you call it, the muse or like the flow state of writing a song is so interesting. And so like, I'm always so curious to hear how everyone's process with that works differently. I guess kind of a follow up to that, like when you are in the zone and in that flow state when things are like coming naturally, like how would you describe like what that feeling is like?
Wow, that's a really good question. I don't know if I've been asked that before.
That's a really good question. I came up with something new.
I think I don't know if I've ever felt it like it's this magical zone before, but I think this is such a like flat answer, but I feel like when you're writing anything, like when you're writing like an essay or something and or like a diary entry, and you feel like you're really like it's just coming out and it's making sense, and even like after you go back and edit it, like it makes it just makes sense. That's how it feels, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's a fair answer. Do you have any like songs that, and perhaps for the ones that maybe take you a little bit longer, like I know for me and for many artists, like you'll write something, whether it's complete or not, if you revisit it in the future, it kind of takes on a different meaning.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that true for you? And also, like, what are your thoughts on that in the context of some of the songs that might take a little bit longer to develop?
Yeah, I would say definitely. I can think of 2 songs that I have that the meaning has very much changed over time.
Yeah.
The first one, and usually I think it connects to what you're saying, because a lot of the time when I struggle to write something, it's because I don't fully know why I'm writing it. And it takes years to look back and realize, oh, that's why I wrote it. And I'm thinking about one of the first song I ever released was called Oceans Away. And I wrote that when I was 17, and I recorded it and released it in college. And I didn't really know why I was writing it when I was that young, but I was. But now and that song is kind of about a breakup, separation. So now I look back and I'm like, I didn't have any relationships at that point to reference, like, what was I talking about? And I start thinking about like family and other influences. So yeah, sometimes it does take a while to reflect back and realize why you struggled through writing something.
Right. Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, maybe you're also like predicting the future. Like, I don't know, you're forecasting something to be through your writing. Who knows?
I like that idea.
Yeah, you're magical. It is a magic state. Awesome. Well, we would love to hear your second song. So take us away.
This song is called Love Language. And I guess in the same kind of thought, like, this is a song that I wanted to feel light and playful, because I just like I thought about the love language concept and just wanted to write a song about it. So that's what this is. Do your actions speak louder than your words? Or would you rather just be heard? Are you the type to love out loud? I know you are. Or is subtlety what you're about? 'Cause I want something real, something deeper than pleasure, to give you all that you need. Comes with time and effort. Oh, trust and communicate. Listen, reciprocate. Let your fears turn into faith, to love you in all the right ways. 'Cause I need you to simplify, educate, baby, help me translate. Take your time to explain. What's your love language, babe? I'm trying to learn it. How do I love you right? I wanna earn it. I need you to talk to me, walk with me, open up your heart, build a bridge and jump across with me. What's your love language, babe? I'm trying to learn it. How do I love you right? I wanna earn it. I need you to talk to me, walk with me. Said talk to me, walk with me. I need you to talk I'm trying to learn it. How do I love you right? I wanna earn it.
Love language. I
Thank
love the
you.
concept of love languages.
I know, right? Me too.
So what are your top love languages, if you don't mind us asking?
Oh yeah, definitely. I love answering this question. Definitely words of affirmation is my very top, and then followed closely by quality time and physical touch.
Yeah.
Not to shade anyone, but I don't understand gifts as a love language.
Yeah. No,
That's like my
enough.
very bottom.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. It's interesting how everyone is different though. And your song is so true. Like you have to learn someone else's love language in order to love them correctly. So so in terms of what you're writing these days, how has that process been as of late? I mean, you're very busy doing amazing things. Have you found time for writing? Like any like new songs you've been working on?
I'm starting to. It's been a while since I've felt really good and comfortable writing new stuff, but lately I have felt like I can finally kind of see a project coming together.
Exciting.
Not to jinx it.
Yeah.
And I think I have like different pieces of songs written, and something I've considered a lot is bringing more songwriters into the picture. I've had some experience with writers' rooms, and I love it every time, like just sitting and being with other writers and making stuff together. So I would love to make that part of whatever this next project is.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And any like, I don't know, ideas on what said project would be? Like, you said that you've been sitting on a couple songs maybe for it. Any more thoughts there as to like what it might develop into, like an album? Do you have like a concept? Is there like a recurring theme among some of the songs?
I think I will say I think it would be like a short album with probably I'm hoping to get around 6 songs.
Nice.
And I think I guess I'm still trying to formulate like how to say all this, but I'm feeling like I have begun to explore concepts around growing up and past, present, future, and like the anxiety of growing up. And I think I kind of want to extend, like I love how my last 2 projects were like reflections of who I was at that time.
Yeah.
And I really want this project to be a reflection of the kind of adult who's becoming an older adult. And I think the concept of like making choices has been pretty prevalent in my writing. Like, what does it mean to make choices, conscious choices, good or bad, and like have to live with them?
Yeah. Wow, that's really interesting. I feel like that's so true that albums really are like a, I don't know, a point in time. Like they all have their own vibe and like, yeah, it could really explain like where you were at during that time. So that's cool that you're kind of coming to some realizations on how to package this next era.
Thank you.
So aside from writing, you're now offering music lessons, correct?
Yeah, I am.
So tell us a little bit more about that and why you started to offer those here.
Yeah. Well, I guess in all transparency, it's because I made a decision in my personal professional life to kind of shift from like a 9-to-5 situation to being a full-time working artist, which is something I've done in the past in some ways, but not as prepared and not as informed as I am now. So opening my own like private lesson studio has been part of that.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of education stuff back in Boston, like teaching residencies in schools, and doing like programs at nonprofits and stuff. And I really hope to do a lot of that similar work here too.
Very cool. So I know that it like launched not that long ago, like officially that you've been promoting it here. But have you had like any students or like any like age groups that you would want to target or like open to anyone?
I'm really open to anybody. I really love I have had the most success with like especially young women and girls who are looking to like be singers and who can kind of look at me as a role model.
Yeah.
So I would love, if there's any students out there who fit that description, I would love to work with you.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. How do you feel like your style is like as a teacher? Like, obviously I've talked to you about like Ava as a musician, Ava as like a nonprofit leader. But tell us more about like how you would describe you as like a teacher and what your teaching style is like.
Oh, that's such a nice question.
Yeah.
I would say my style focuses a lot on contemporary music. I don't teach classical. I've only really been trained in like jazz and then every style forward. So it really focuses um, on the elements that make up contemporary music. I think improvisation being a big one. And I really care a lot about making my lessons like student centered and based on intuitive, like learning intuitively, I guess. So, which is why I have such a big focus on ear training and improv. But it really matters to me that students are connecting what they're learning to like real life examples and music that they love and the music that surrounds them. So I love bringing in examples of music that they love and working on songs that mean something to them, and then using that as kind of a gateway to teach them about like how those songs came to be.
Yeah, I love that. I love the approach of kind of getting to know your student and what appeals to them and focusing what you're teaching around that.
Yeah, I was really lucky to grow up with a lot of educators who took a similar approach. And as I'm teaching more, I'm realizing how unique that is. I think there's a lot of music teachers that are very much like by the book Suzuki method sort of teachers, and which is fine for some people, but I think a lot of people in their musical journeys are looking to just to be seen and heard.
Right. And kind of develop their own niche, their own personality. Well, I think improv is really interesting that that's something that you teach, because I think that's something you learn one way or another as a musician when you're up on stage and you're nervous and you mess up or whatnot. Like, how do you improv and get through those moments? So kind of to go along with that, how do you feel like skills like improv or some of the skills that you're teaching your students are benefiting them outside of just like their musical world and abilities?
Oh my God, I have to talk about this all the time for like Art Spark's sake. But I think that learning music, I think for a lot of students and a lot of young people gives them purpose and gives them direction. But aside from that, I think music teaches a lot of like very fundamental socio-emotional skills, like teamwork is a big one, listening is another one. I think like improvising is another one, like having to be creative on the spot, and just in general finding creative solutions to problems. I think those are things you learn from any art discipline, but music especially.
Yeah, that's so true. I love it. Are there any like skills in there or maybe other ones that you didn't mention that you feel like, I don't know, have served you the most just in your everyday or who you are now outside of just being a musician as well?
I think for me, the biggest one is confidence. I think as a young person, I didn't really have any outlet to like develop who I was until music. And I think I've noticed this with a lot of students, that getting up on stage, even forgetting even what they're performing, but just getting up on stage and having to introduce yourself and own who you are in front of a bunch of people, like that is building confidence in itself. And I remember that experience doing a lot for me as a young person.
Yeah, it's totally nerve-wracking. I remember reading something about like people's like biggest fears, and one of them is like public speaking. And I mean, very similarly, just like being on stage in front of a lot of people is like, I don't know, it's an intense feeling. It's a lot to like work through. And I so agree that there's a lot of like skills and lessons that you learn through those experiences that extend beyond just your musical abilities.
Definitely. And like the artist development side of it all too, like not only having music that you make, but being able to talk about it and explain it to other people, and taking something so vulnerable and making it public, like that's a confidence builder, I think.
Yeah, totally. Are there any like specific examples of students you've maybe had in the past that you could provide that are like, I don't know, that you're really proud of, like how you helped them to grow in a way as a musician or a person?
Yeah. Oh my God. I have two examples that come to mind, and I'm not sure which one. I think I'll go with one because she's a musician too, and she just released a song, which I'll promote.
Nice.
But I had a student, I guess at this point, she's in her last year of college now, which is crazy.
Gosh.
But I met her when she was 17, so it has to have been 5 or 6 years ago. And she was just starting to take music very seriously at that time. And I met her through an org that I was working for in Boston called Zoomix. They're wonderful. Check them out. But I was connected with her through Zoomix, and we worked together. We had kind of a mentor-mentee relationship where she would come to me. It wasn't like a formal private lesson relationship, but it was more she would come to me whenever she needed me. And she was like a budding songwriter, and her style was so similar to mine.
Cool.
At the time, she was working on singing a cover of a Her song, and Her's one of my favorite artists of all time. So it just clicked right away. And I think in terms of like values, hers are so similar to mine that it was almost hard as a teacher to not project my entire self onto her. But I supported her through her journey of like applying to Berklee. And I was so proud to see her receive the same scholarship that I did to go.
Love that.
So now she's in her last year.
Oh my gosh.
She just released a song called One Step Closer. It's available everywhere, and it's incredible. I think it's her best work. So, and her artist name is Nayeli.
Oh my gosh.
Her name's Jessica Nayeli.
Do you know how to spell that so people can know, like,
I think it's
not to put you on the spot.
Two Y's. So Nayely.
Nice. Oh, we'll have to check her out. I love that story. Awesome. Well, I love to hear more about Ava the teacher. So I'm glad that we dived into that. Well, I know we have a couple more songs to get through. So why don't we have you play your third song of the evening?
Okay. Yeah. I feel like this one is really apt for what we've been talking about.
Oh, perfect.
This one is called Imperfect. It is really, it's a song that kind of encompasses my experience of womanhood. And I'll stop there and just play. Pretty? Do I talk too much? Voices that live inside convince us we're not enough. No, a greater change will satisfy pressure to be something more. 'Cause perfection is a sickness that no pill can cure. 'Cause I hate to admit it, but I get insecure like the rest of us. 'Cause on most days I'm Wonder Woman, but the truth is I'm only human. And that's all I need to get me through the days when all my doubts consume my confidence and burn me out. I can't help but be a little bit proud to be brave enough to live imperfectly out loud. No woman can be everything to meet the status quo when she's defined by what she wears and put down for what she knows. So forget arbitrary standards, throw expectations away. Let's quit playing by the rules of someone else's game, 'cause I hate to admit it, but I get insecure like the rest of us. Most days I'm Wonder Woman, but the truth is I'm only human, and that's all I need to get me through the days when all my doubts consume my confidence and burn me out. I can't help but be a little bit proud to be brave enough to live imperfectly out loud. Oh, 'cause I hate to admit it, but I get insecure like the rest of us. Most days I'm Wonder Woman, I'm only human, and that's all I need to get me through the days when all my doubts consume my confidence and burn me out. I can't help but be a little bit proud to be brave enough to live imperfectly out loud.
Imperfect. Beautiful. And so true. Well, we unfortunately are kind of nearing the end of the show here.
Oh,
So
wow.
I do just want to give you the chance to once again let us know how we can support you the best, where to find your music, where people can find info on lessons if they're interested, and all the good things.
Yeah, you can find information about all of that on my website at avasophiamusic.com. And you can find me in general on social media at Ava Sophia Music, pretty much everywhere on every platform. And you can listen to my music on Spotify, on Apple Music, on YouTube. Yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm also going to be I'm going to be singing background for an artist named Ali McGurrick at Higher Ground on October 4th. So you can find me there too.
Very nice. Well, everyone, make sure to stay tuned with Ava and all that she is up to. And yeah, we have one last song of the evening, so take it away.
Yeah, this is Love is Love. This is that song I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Learning to live, learning to grow, give all you have to give, and let your worst part show. We create joy and endure pain. We age from our mistakes and do it again and do it again, 'cause love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love. The life that we know could all slip away, 'cause nothing is promised, not one single day. If I need a reason, then love is my choice. If I should speak, then love is my voice. So love is love is love is love is to say thank you to Abby and Big Heavy World, and also everyone here who helped put this together. Again, my name is Ava Sophia, and I guess you can catch me next time. So love is love is love is love is love. Oh, love is love is love is love is love. So love is love is love is love is love. Oh, love is love is love is love is love.
Ava Sophia, everyone. What a way to end. I love that one. No pun intended. Well, thank you again, Ava, for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, of course. And everyone listening, check out Ava Sophia on all listening platforms and Ava Sophia Music. But yeah, everyone listening, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Next week, there will not be a Rocket Shop as it's the first Wednesday of the month, but we will be back on the 8th of October with the Champlain Shoregasm, who are awesome and are returning back. So make sure to tune in then. But as for now, this has been Rocket Shop Radio Hour. I'm your host, Abby BK, and we hope you have a wonderful day or night. We'll see you next time. Yay! I wanted to say it.